MyFantasySportsTalk.com.
Good day, all. This is James Crook from My Fantasy Sports Talk. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel with all our player profiles and podcasts. I am profiling someone that I loved 2 years ago and before that and fell out of love with last year. And that is LeSean McCoy, Shady McCoy. Talk about a guy with great talent, otherworldly jukes. He used to leave broken ankles all across the field. And when Chip Kelly came to the Eagles 2 years ago, it seemed like a match made in heaven. And for the first year, it was. Shady McCoy was an incredible back. He had gobs of space, and he used it extremely effectively. And he was a top 3 fantasy back. And going into last year, he seemed to be a consensus top 3 pick, if not top 2. I loved him. I thought he was going to be great because I'm a huge believer in Chip Kelly. And then the wheels didn't necessarily fall off, but some tires went a little bit flat. And he got hurt. He had a concussion or something close to a concussion early on in the season. And something happened there. And he just didn't run with as much. He was much more east-west rather than north-south. He didn't have the same oomph when he would hit the hole. He became far more indecisive in his running, and this cost him and the Eagles a lot of yards, a lot of plays. And when Chip Kelly shipped him away to Buffalo this offseason, I wasn't surprised. I think that he will do well in Buffalo. He will be force-fed the ball constantly, all the time. Rex Ryan's teams love to run the ball. They're going to have a good defense. They're going to be close into games. And they have Matt Castle, E.J. Manuel, and Tyron Taylor as their quarterbacks. So there's really no other option. Being that as may, I do not believe the Buffalo Bills offense will be very good at all this season, even with Sammy Watkins and LeSean McCoy and Robert Woods. They got talent at the skill positions, but I think the quarterback play will be so poor that it will really sink all the boats in this dock. And I could see LeSean McCoy still putting it top 10 numbers, but I'm more inclined to believe that he'll be a top 15 back with very little ceiling or relatively low ceiling. I don't think they're going to be scoring a ton of points. I don't think that he's the same runner as he was 2 years ago. And I personally am going to be staying away from him in all my drafts this year. I just don't see it. I hope he proves me wrong, and I hope he does have a fantastic year. But at this point, I'm not willing to risk a high-level pick or a top 10 pick on LeSean McCoy. Thank you for tuning in, and please stay tuned for further profiles.
MyFantasySportsTalk.com.